You are listening to The Vocal Technologist. Spoken tech for your ears.
Welcome. Today we're jumping into some really interesting tech developments we've seen recently.
Yeah, everything from big company moves to some smart engineering tricks.
Exactly. We want to pull out the key things you should know, get you up to speed fast on quite a bit of ground.
Sounds good. Where are we starting?
Okay, first up, this big AI move. Google apparently dropped, what, $2.4 billion?
Yeah, on an AI coding startup called Windsurf. It was an acqui-hire, mostly for the talent.
And that was right after OpenAI's own bid, like $3 billion, fell apart.
That's right. Seems Anthropic pulled their Claude model access, which scuppered the OpenAI deal.
Wow. So it's not just about buying tech anymore. It's really a strategic grab for the key people.
Absolutely. And kind of highlights something important, I think.
What's that?
Well, even as AI tools get, more common, almost like a commodity, the real power is still human understanding, being able to apply that AI strategically.
Right, like the AI can write code, but it doesn't get the bigger picture.
Precisely. It doesn't grasp the why behind the project or the really complex interactions.
Yeah.
That's still the developer's domain. More orchestration, less just typing code.
That's a great point. Okay, so speaking of understanding the fundamentals, let's talk engineering basics.
Yeah.
Caching.
Ah, yes. The unsung hero of performance.
We talk about it, but maybe don't always think about what's really going on. It's about using faster, smaller storage for stuff you need all the time, right? To cut down wait times.
Exactly. And the effectiveness comes down to things like the hit rate, how often the data you need is actually in the cache.
Okay.
And concepts like locality, temporal locality, meaning you'll probably need data you just used again soon. And spatial locality, meaning you'll likely need data near what you just accessed.
Right, makes sense.
Plus, you need policies for what to kick out when it's full, like LRU, least recently used. Even databases like Postgres use this stuff heavily internally.
It's fundamental. Okay, sticking with efficiency, how about memory management? I saw something about the C3 language.
Oh yeah, C3. Interesting new systems language.
It has this thing called a temp allocator. What's the deal there?
It's basically a region-based system. Memory allocated within a certain scope gets automatically wiped clean when you leave that scope.
So, no manual free calls, no garbage collector pauses.
Pretty much. It simplifies things a lot, helps prevent leaks without all that overhead. Quite elegant, really.
That sounds really neat. And sticking with C-like languages and safety, there's this idea, parse, don't validate.
Yes, crucial safety tip. The idea is instead of checking untrusted input over and over again throughout your code.
Right, which is easy to forget somewhere.
Exactly. You parse it once, right at the boundary where it enters your system, and do a very specific safe type, like turn a raw string into an email to URLt.
An opaque type, maybe?
Yeah, often opaque. Then all your internal functions only ever deal with these known good structured types. It dramatically reduces the places where bad data can cause trouble.
That's smart. A strong defense. Okay, moving up the stack a bit. Elixir.
Ah, Elixir and its runtime fun.
They're using hot code loading in a cool way for modularity, right? Dynamically loading live view apps for specific clients.
Yeah, it's clever. They compile and load client-specific UI components at runtime.
So it keeps client code separate during the main build.
Exactly. Isolates things, makes testing maybe a bit cleaner, enforces dependencies nicely.
Cool application. Okay, let's get into some opinions. Tailwind CSS.
Ah, yes. The framework people love to hate, or maybe hate to love.
Huh. There's that saying, right? Worst form of CSS except for all the others.
Pretty much sums it up. Look, the class names get really long and verbose. That's a fair criticism.
Yeah, can look messy.
But for teams, the consistency it enforces and reducing arguments about naming conventions or structure, that's actually a huge benefit. Less decision fatigue.
Good point. Practical trade-offs. Okay, quick aside. Did you see that story about the Google ad block bypass?
Oh, the Chrome WebView ID thing?
Yeah, pretty ingenious, right?
Yeah.
Exploiting how permissions were handled to basically spoof access for ad blockers.
Totally. Just goes to show, even with giants like Google trying to lock things down, there are always clever people finding cracks. It's that constant push and pull.
For sure. And speaking of things we interact with constantly, displays.
Right. We went from those giant CRT boxes
Oh man, I remember those. Heavy.
to super thin LCDs and now OLEDs. The tech behind them is fascinatingly different.
It makes you wonder, like, how much do we actually understand about these screens we spend all day looking at?
It's a deep topic, the physics and engineering involved. easy to take for granted.
Definitely. And one last bit of recent news, OpenAI hitting the brakes on their open weight model.
Yeah, delaying it indefinitely for more safety testing.
It really underlines how serious releasing these powerful models is. Once it's out, you can't really take it back, can you?
No, it's irreversible.
Ugh.
Big responsibility.
So quite a mix today. We've bounced from, billion-dollar AI talent wars and what understanding really means.
Down to that's impulsive caching, memory tricks, safe coding.
Then opinions on CSS, clever browser hacks, and even the screens in front of us. It really shows how everything in tech is kind of connected and moving fast.
It really does. And maybe the thought to leave folks with is, in this constantly changing landscape, just gathering facts isn't enough.
Yeah.
The real edge, the next kind of superpower maybe, comes from truly understanding
Yeah.
the deeper connections and implications. What do you do with the knowledge? That's the key question, I think.
Yeah.
Spoken Tech for your ears.